allowing your internal defenders to recuperate after countless years of constant pressure. But here's the genuine surprise. What occurs during merely the opening few days without sugar could astonish you more than what transpires following the complete month. The initial 72 hours typically prove most challenging. Numerous individuals encounter head pain, emotional fluctuations, and intense desires because the brain suddenly loses access to its preferred rapid fuel. Glucose surges from sugar. However, while your brain protests loudly, your kidneys are silently rejoicing. The immediate decline in sugar indicates reduced strain on the filtration mechanism almost instantly. Research demonstrates that decreasing sugar diminishes the quantity of advanced glycation end products, ages compounds that speed up kidney deterioration. Within merely days, the bloodstream becomes purer and your kidneys begin functioning more effectively. Naturally, this adjustment feels unpleasant for some. It resembles withdrawing from caffeine. Your system is adapting to a fresh baseline, but the rewards start quickly. Desires diminish, energy levels stabilize, and your kidneys adjust to a more peaceful pace. So while you might sense the discomfort outwardly, far beneath the surface, your kidneys are already breathing easier with relief. Here's information most individuals aren't aware of. Each time you consume sweet beverages or confections, your kidneys must process the surplus glucose from your circulation. Unlike dietary fats or proteins, sugar spikes arrive rapidly, and the kidneys function like absorbent materials, soaking up the excess. Across years, this continuous burden damages the fragile nephrons, the tiny filtering units within your kidneys. Consider it like a beverage filter. Utilize it once, it performs flawlessly. However, if you continuously pour viscous syrup rather than clean water, the filter becomes blocked and deteriorates. This is fundamentally what elevated sugar consumption does to your kidneys. Scientists from Harvard discovered that individuals who consistently consume substantial quantities of added sugar face a considerably greater likelihood of chronic kidney disease, or CKD, even if you're youthful and feel vigorous. The silent buildup of sugar-related harm can commence decades before warning signs emerge. The alarming reality? Numerous individuals detect kidney problems only after 70% of capacity is already lost. Eliminating sugar immediately is like selecting prevention instead of future remorse. Sugar doesn't merely disrupt your blood glucose, it also commandeers your blood pressure regulation. When you consume excessive sugar, insulin concentrations rise, which instructs your kidneys to preserve sodium and fluid. The outcome? Elevated blood pressure, puffiness, and stress on the kidney's circulatory vessels. This process explains why individuals who intake large sugar amounts frequently feel swollen and exhausted. Their kidneys are literally clutching extra fluid. Attempting to stabilize the disorder, sugar generates in the bloodstream. But here's the intriguing element. When you eliminate sugar, this fluid accumulation starts reversing. Within weeks, blood pressure typically decreases and the kidneys discover it simpler to sustain equilibrium. For some, this alone can diminish the likelihood of hypertension-related kidney harm. It's like reducing the intensity in a clamorous space. Abruptly, the kidneys can operate in tranquility. Now let's discuss something agonizing. Kidney stones. Most individuals attribute blame to salt or insufficient hydration, but sugar is a cunning offender. Elevated sugar consumption increases calcium elimination in urine, making it simpler for crystals to develop. Across time, those crystals solidify into kidney stones. A research paper in the Journal of Urology discovered that individuals with the greatest sugar consumption had a substantially higher probability of forming kidney stones compared to those consuming less. It's not solely about carbonated drinks. It's pastries, sweets, and even supposedly healthy juices loaded with concealed sugars. The frightening aspect? Once you've experienced one kidney stone, the probability of developing another increases dramatically. But here's the encouraging news. Within merely a month of abandoning sugar, urinary makeup starts improving, reducing the likelihood of stone development. Picture 30 days of self-control saving you years of unbearable agony. That's the variety of exchange your kidneys will appreciate. By the way, I'm interested. Have you or someone you're acquainted with ever experienced kidney stones? Share your response in the comments. I genuinely enjoy hearing your experiences. When sugar exits your eating pattern, your kidneys initiate something extraordinary: self-restoration. These organs possess a restricted capacity to regenerate, and research indicates that decreased sugar consumption reduces inflammation, permitting nephrons, the kidney's microscopic filters, to regain functionality. Consider it as a maintenance team repairing a metropolis following years of relentless traffic destruction. When the roadways are no longer pounded by excessive load, workers can finally mend fractures and strengthen vulnerable sections. Your kidneys operate similarly, capitalizing on the sugar-free interval to restore equilibrium. One of the initial indicators of this restoration is a reduction in protein seepage in the urine, a warning signal for kidney deterioration. With sugar removed from the equation, this seepage frequently decreases, demonstrating that the filtration boundary is fortifying. It's not supernatural, it's biological science. By distancing yourself from sugar, you grant your kidneys authorization to mend. If sugar is fuel, diabetes is the inferno. Among the primary causes of kidney failure globally is unmanaged diabetes, driven predominantly by eating patterns elevated in added sugars. Persistent high blood glucose harms the circulatory vessels in the kidneys, progressively resulting in diabetic nephropathy. When you abandon sugar for 30 days, your insulin responsiveness frequently improves. This indicates your system requires less insulin to manage glucose, safeguarding both your pancreas and your kidneys. It's a domino effect of restoration. Scientists have discovered that even modest decreases in sugar consumption can substantially reduce the likelihood of advancing from prediabetes to type 2 diabetes. And fewer diabetics means fewer individuals progressing toward dialysis equipment. So while you might perceive sugar as innocent enjoyment, for your kidneys it can represent the distinction between lasting wellness and a gradual, silent deterioration. Persistent sugar consumption ignites inflammation, not merely in your midsection but within your organs. Elevated blood sugar activates oxidative stress, which inflames the kidney structures and renders them more susceptible to scarring. Once scar material forms, kidney capacity declines irreversibly. However, within 30 days of abandoning sugar, research demonstrates that inflammatory indicators like C-reactive protein, CRP, start to decline. Reduced inflammation indicates less destruction to circulatory vessels and kidney structures, maintaining their filtering ability. This inflammation reduction also delivers additional advantages: brighter complexion, reduced headaches, and more consistent energy. It's evidence that kidney wellness is profoundly linked to complete body health. Consider inflammation as corrosion on metal. Eliminating sugar decelerates the corrosion, providing your kidneys an opportunity to endure longer, more powerful, and healthier. You might question, can merely 30 days genuinely make a difference? The response is an emphatic yes. While persistent damage requires years to accumulate, enhancements in kidney stress indicators can commence in just weeks. Blood pressure diminishes, protein seepage lessens, and general filtration productivity improves. Your urine itself might even transform subtly, occasionally becoming more transparent, indicating decreased waste burden. These minor but significant indicators demonstrate that the kidneys are stabilizing. It's crucial to acknowledge that 30 days is not the completion point, but the beginning stage. Like a preliminary trial, it reveals how influential sugar-free existence can be. And once you witness the transformation in energy, emotional state, and kidney wellness, the inquiry becomes, why return? If you're appreciating this, you'll absolutely want to examine my other video, What Happens If You Cut Out Sugar Completely for 30 Days? It elevates this experience to the subsequent level. Here's the ultimate revelation. Most individuals who eliminate sugar for 30 days observe advantages so significant that they opt not to revert. Science validates this choice. Extended-term research demonstrates that individuals who sustain low-sugar eating patterns have considerably reduced risks of kidney disease, cardiac disease, and diabetes. The reality is, Your kidneys don't merely benefit in a month. They benefit permanently when sugar is minimized. Every day without added sugar is another day of defense against a future dependent on dialysis. Naturally, the sporadic indulgence won't destroy your kidneys, but daily overconsumption will. And that's the genuine message. Restraint safeguards. Removal restores. So following 30 days, science is definitive. Your kidneys will appreciate you today, tomorrow, and for every year you maintain sugar under control. If this video assisted you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and distribute it with someone who might require the inspiration. After all, your kidneys deserve protection for a lifetime.